And welcome back to the channel. And today, this special day of Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Certainly something we've been looking forward to for a little while.
Every year.
Every year. Yeah, we're huge Star Wars fans, Jamie and I. Myself, more the original trilogy of 4, 5 and 6, and Jamie.
If you base it on films, the originals, but if you add in the Clone Wars TV series, I love the Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars is great as well. I mean,
especially with the last episode airing today.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, so don't spoil it for me. But yeah, so huge fan of Mandalorian, really enjoying that at the moment. So why are we here playing our Star Wars Legion game today? Well, originally back early part of the year, obviously before the coronavirus really took hold around the world, our gaming group, us and my wife, Jamie, Downings and his boys, we all agreed that we would have our own Star Wars Day playing Star Wars Legion.
It was going to be this weekend, wasn't it?
It was going to be this weekend, and obviously, unfortunately, with the lockdowns that's happening, that hasn't materialised.
You even bought units ready for the
I did buy units for it, yes, and you'll see those in a minute. And so we thought, well, we can't let today go by without us actually playing a game. And luckily enough, I was sent home early from work today, so it was a spare team. So that's been brilliant. We managed to get
that a lot, don't you?
Well, hopefully. So here we are then. So we're going to do Star Wars Legion. We're basing our scenario on Scarif. This is at the point when Jyn and the commandos, they've actually gone down into Scarif to retrieve. They've got the plans and they're going to upload it to send from Rogue One. I like Rogue One. I know it's Marmite to a lot of people, but for me, I think it was a brilliant film.
It's the best of the newest set of films.
I would say it's definitely the best of the new set of films because it definitely fitted well into how New Hope starts. So what we'll do, we'll show you the table, show you the figures that we're using, and then we'll get into it. Like normal, we're going to do an after-action report of each turn, save going through all the dice rolls and that, and it also keeps the actual video flowing pretty fast. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll each of you show you our forces, and then we'll get into it. So here we are then, here's the table all set up. As you can see on there, all the terrain, buildings, etc. on there are by foreground. I think it's their Jezere range, Jamie?
Yes, the Jezere range, some of the earlier ones.
That's it, yeah. I think it sort of works well for Star Wars Legion. The palm trees there, some I've picked up at Bring and Buy. Mel painted them up and I sort of based them up and that ready for the game.
I'd say the only other feature we've got is that grab loader by Battle Kiwi just there.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's a little Battle Kiwi terrain. I think Foreground are also now starting to do those now, aren't they, over here? Yeah, start there. So yeah, here's the table all set up as you can see. Our table, as I said in the intro, our game is based on Scarif. You see we've got some deployment markers on here. The red ones over here is where Jyn and the Rebel forces are obviously going to be deploying. And in this corner we have where Krennic and obviously his force is going to be trying to defend the control tower. The scenario is that Jyn and her rebel forces have landed over on here and they have to make their way across the table to upload the plans to the Death Star. So which again then keeps into as A New Hope started and Darth Vader's chasing down the plans. And the mat we've got here is by Tiny War Games. It's a little English company, UK company you may have heard of. Yeah, very good. And that guy's spot on. He's got this up for us really quickly. Yeah, really impressed with it actually. It's 4x3. Star Wars Legion's normally played on a 6x3 as a standard game. I think this is based off of the skirmish rules that they brought out, Fantasy Flight brought out. And what we've done is just added in a couple of extra units just to up the size to play on a 4x3. So just a slightly bit more sort of scope there to play a bit more narrative. So there we are. So what I'll do, I'll show you the forces. I'm just going to come down here to mine. In front here we've got Krennic. I do like the Krennic figure. One of my favourite units in the whole game is obviously the Death Troopers. They are absolutely exquisite figures and they're nice to play. I know Jamie will probably want to target them quite early on. At the back there we've got obviously a standard Stormtrooper unit with a DLT. To the right here we have a unit which I got for this game, for this campaign day we were going to do. Some Shore Troopers, and obviously they've got their mortar support, which is obviously a separate unit, but it's a support unit. And we have a Scout Sniper team. So that's my force for the game. And Jamie's got
So for my force leading it, we've obviously got Jyn. I was hoping to have Cassian and K2SO with her, but unfortunately with the coronavirus, that's put that to a hold.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that, mate.
Yeah. Now to our left, we've got the Fleet Troopers with a shotgun upgrade in there, or as we like to call them, the Mushroom Heads.
Yeah, as I said, anyone around from the sort of 70s and that will remember they used to be able to buy mushrooms in the supermarkets in these little cardboard, like domed boxes, and their helmets, if you look at them, just remind me of the mushroom dome boxes I used to get years ago. Anyway, moving on.
It's also funny in A New Hope where the guy is standing and they're tracking the Falcon coming in. They've got their speed guns as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah. So on the back there, Jamie.
We got a unit of Rebel Troopers with a Z6, standard Rebel Troopers.
Okay, and over here in the middle.
We got a sniper team. They're ready to set up, take a few pop shots. And another Rebel Troopers unit, this time with an ion gun. Might not do as well, obviously, as an ion against armour, but could do the job.
Yeah.
And finally, some Rebel Pathfinders, because you can't have a Scarif battle without Pathfinders, with POW in there as well.
Yeah, nice force that, mate. Yeah, certainly does create the setting for the scenario that we're about to play. So there we have it then, that's both forces on the table all set up. What we'll do is we'll do what we normally do. We'll show you the deployment once we've deployed, and then each turn we'll give you an overview as the actions happened. So we have the forces all deployed. Shore Troopers from my forces just of here. Along the back here is the mortar. Krennic with the Death Troopers just around here by the side of the control tower. Stormtrooper unit going back through the palm grove, and the sniper team on top of the building. So that's where my forces are all deployed. Jamie's got some infiltrating
Pathfinders there with Jyn. We've got obviously the Fleet Troopers or the Mushroom Heads there. Sniper team at the top. We got one unit of Rebels by the container under the landing pad. And we've got another unit of Rebels the other side of the container ready to come round.
Yeah, so there we are. That's the table all set up and deployed. And we'll get back to you after turn one to show you what's been going on. So here we are then, end of turn one, and a bit of a dramatic start of the turn one. Jamie had the first turn, first activation. Sniper team on top of the vertipad there, took a shot at my sniper team, took one out, took one of the crew members out straight away, and obviously caused a suppression on me. I returned fire, again hit him, just caused a suppression over there. As for the movement of the troops, well, good start from the Shore Troopers down in the palm grove there. They advanced up, took some shots against your commando team, is it, Jamie? Pathfinder's team, sorry. Took some shots at them, caused 3 casualties down on those, and so Jamie in turn took some shots back on me and suppressed me there. Sneakily, Jyn has come round this way into this palm grove here, and she looks like she's going to try and outflank me on the left hand side. I've sort of tried to cut that off with Krennic and the Death Troopers moving around the back of the building to the right hand side. I advanced up my mortar team to hopefully try and get some better shots, and my Stormtroopers up behind the container here, while Jamie advanced 2 squads of his Rebel Troopers out from the container here, one behind the palm grove and the other one, say, in front of the building there. So there we have it, end of turn one. Few shots, not a lot's really going on at the moment, so join us back at the end of turn 2. So here we are at the end of turn 2, and what a turn this was. Started out with I had the initiative for the turn. I decided with the Shore Troopers, which were obviously in the palm grove there, they took a shot and then advanced backwards out the way. Took some hits on those, but Jamie's some dramatic save in there. Moved out the way. Jamie returned fire with those and Jyn, and you'll see Jyn's dead in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then advanced out with the old mushroom heads there. So as you can see, 2 suppression markers, which one of those will come off shortly. Jamie advanced up his core troops in the centre. I advanced the Stormtroopers around to the left hand side of the container and took some shots. Again, Jamie saved those, excuse me, but managed to take out 3 of my characters. The sniper duel, I managed to take out one of Jamie's, but Jamie returned fire, just caused a suppression on me. But the most dramatic part, the mortar down here from the Shore Trooper, pants. Absolute pants. Missed everything. But the most dramatic last moment of the turn 2 was the Death Troopers aimed and fired at poor old Jyn there, and she didn't stand a chance against those. Wiped her out. 6 damage. She's gone. So there we are. It's the end of turn 2. So we're going to start at turn 3. So join us back in a moment. Join us back here at the end of turn 3. Jamie continued. He had the initiative. He continued to sort of shoot across against my stormtroopers, which was behind that container there. Took those out. In the centre here, he advanced forward after being suppressed by my mortar. Equal shots against the sniper teams here. And over here, the good old mushroom heads advanced forward, took out the rest of the stormtroopers. Shore Troopers, sorry, and then obviously we exchanged fire here. Krennic and the Death Troopers took out most of the mushroom heads here, and Krennic just advanced up behind.
He's scared like he is.
Yeah, not to worry. Other than that, still pretty much in the balance. Jamie's still got the edge, I think, with the troops left on the table to try and get into the bunker, into the control tower. But other than that, gritty defence so far from the Empire and Director Krennic. So join us back in again at turn 4 and we'll give you an update. You join us back here at start of turn 4. The Empire has the initiative for this turn, and I've decided to charge in the Death Troopers against the Pathfinders, which then automatically brings into combat the Mushroom Head Rebel Trooper. I'm going to put 3 attack dice onto the Pathfinders and 2 on the Rebel Trooper. So 3 against the other troopers, and I've got 2 hits. And we'll do 2 against the Rebel Trooper. I got 1 hit. So Jamie's now going to make his saves. So what have you got for saves wise, mate?
White.
Oh dear. So 3.
But their suppression.
Yeah, and their suppression. So roll down here then, Jamie.
I'm also going to choose to give them another suppression token.
To give them another dice.
Thing to get another dice.
Yeah.
And then, with their ability, they have Danger Sense 3, which means that up to 3 suppression tokens can count as 2 extra dice.
Right, okay.
So you've hit with 2,
Yeah.
and then each of those tokens is worth anher 2.
Oh, right, okay.
So in effect, I've got 6 dice to
Yeah.
defend them.
Yeah, 6 dice, yeah. But since 2 hits, yeah. Here we go then. White dice. Unfortunately, does your defense count?
I
1.
do have that on mine. Yep. So I've blocked 1, but 1 man stands.
1 man stand. Ooh. And then you've got 1 hit on the trooper, which gives you 2 dice because you'll have a suppression on that one. Is that right?
Yes. I think so. Might have got a bit wrong, but
As I said,
yes,
they do have the defensive
they
surge.
do. So a pretty unsuccessful melee.
Assault there, yeah. There you are then, that's the end of that assault, so now it's Jamie's activation. Alright, you join us back here at the end of turn 4, and Sniper Duel, Jamie won it, unfortunately for me. Took a pop shot, my sniper, and I've been lucky enough that the last 3 turns to save it. This time, no luck. So then Jamie decided to advance his 2 Rebel Trooper units from the left here across the landing pad in a desperate rush to try and get into the control tower to send the plans of the Death Star. I did put some suppression on from my mortar onto the second Rebel unit there, but Jamie managed to roll that off. As for the combat that you've seen earlier on, well, they're still there. I had to sling in Director Krennic to try and do something, and he's rubbish. He absolutely missed. Rubbish. But so here we are then. So back into turn 5, and we'll see if this mass brawl here can be resolved. Here we are at the end of turn 5, and the Death Troopers, along with Krennic, managed to get rid of those other 2 units, but took some hits along the way, lost a Death Trooper. Krennic took some shots, got a wound, and he's managed to escape back up onto the radar station platform there. Jamie's continued and pressed forward with his 2 Rebel Trooper units there, and my mortar was there. He's now decided to bug out because he was under the gun's range, so I need to get some extra range to be able to shoot. Sniper again took a shot at Krennic from there across over to here, and he missed. So there we are, end of turn 5. We're coming up to the last turn. Can the Rebel Troopers get in to upload those plans to the Death Star. Join us back at the end of turn 6. Join us back at the end of turn 6 and the end of the game. And what a dramatic end of the game this was. Jamie had, at the start of the turn, 2 Rebel Trooper units left, if you remember, here and here. My Death Troopers, we had the initiative, we took shots at the closer one and destroyed them straight away. Jamie returned fire with his Rebel Troopers onto my Death Troopers and took out 4 of those. Director Krennic, he fired down at the Rebel Troopers and put a suppression on them. And along with the mortar also fired at the Rebel Troopers and put some suppression on them. Sniper team, well, Jamie's sniper team fired at Director Krennic, and totally missed. So that was how the game ended. Unfortunately, the Rebel Troopers and Rebel Forces couldn't get to the control tower to upload the plans. So that means they were all captured and the plans stay safely in the Empire's hands. Join us at the end of the game for the end of game wrap up. Well, there we have it. This is our game today for Star Wars Day. And what a dramatic game it was, mate.
So close, so close.
One more turn, mate, and I really believe you could have had this.
I think those Death Troopers would have been gone. It would have been up to the mortar, which would, obviously my troops would be under the gun, so we couldn't really do anything. So it would be up to Krennic to save you.
Exactly. I mean, the mortar obviously fires 3 white dice within this range band. But obviously, because you were under his arc of fire, that means I'm 1 black dice. So yeah, you would have totally.
And now you've moved behind a building, you wouldn't be able to shoot that anyway.
Exactly. No, I was gone. But I wanted obviously to protect the ladder area down there. But other than that, no. What a game! It was really fun, and it does prove that the skirmish rules that they've actually introduced and that for Star Wars Legion and that are really good fun. They are a bit Marmite in some respects, and I've seen a lot of sort of negative about them and that, but for how we play games here in the bunker,
it's not that much different, really.
Nah, it's not much different. We just like the narrative and the fun, getting the figures on the table, nice terrain, nice figures, and just roll some dice, you know. But I think the true winner out of all of this game has got to be
Tarkin.
Yeah.
He's called the Death Star in on the whole lot.
Yeah, Tarkin's won. The plans are safe in the Empire's hands, and it's rolling on. But so we hope you've enjoyed our game today, and I hope it's inspired you to sort of look at Star Wars Legion, or if you've got some and you haven't painted them up, built them up, get them out, have a look at them, play with the game.
Make sure today to watch some Star Wars.
You've got to watch some Star Wars today.
Disney Plus has everything for Star Wars. They put episode 9 on there today as well, so if you want to watch that, you've got the whole lot on there.
Yeah, obviously you've got DVDs or Blu-rays at home with obviously the films and that, you know, you're enjoying them, great. They are brilliant, you know, it's a good story path. And as Jamie said, Disney Plus, obviously with The Mandalorian and obviously all the latest Clone Wars series. Brilliant. Oh yeah, don't forget, don't tell me what happened to the last one. And I know what he's like. And
it's normally you.
Yeah, I know. But there we have it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. And hopefully, if you like what you see, have a look back at what we do. Hopefully you will subscribe to us. And hopefully hit the notification buttons. Obviously, that's how YouTube does its algorithms, through notifications and the likes on the video. So without further ado, and finally,
may the 4th be with you.